guys, welcome to the KX Country Clubhouse. I'm Carolyn Ellis from KX 96, and we are so happy today to be hanging out with the Hunter brothers. I don't know how I drew the short straw on this one, but thank you so much for joining us today, guys.
Thank you so much for having us. This is awesome.
Well, first off, I want to ask Luke, how are things going with the arm? Are we doing better now?
I wish I could say that they are. In some ways, I guess from a pain aspect, it's improved. But I actually just late last night got back from seeing two of the surgeons that have been working on my arm, and they got some pretty disheartening news yesterday. Just looks like I'm probably gonna have to go back and get more surgery done on my wrist.
Oh, I'm sorry.
At some point here, and the elbow just isn't wanting to move and turn and twist, and so it's going to take some serious time here to get back to hopefully somewhat normal. But so that's been discouraging, to be 100% honest. At the same time, I'm trying to be thankful and be positive, and just realize that things could have been a lot worse. But yeah, it has been a tough journey this past couple months.
Well, obviously our thoughts are with you on this one. Are you going to be able to play? Are you able to play right now, or?
I can't even hold my guitar, but I will be up there singing with the boys and being a part of things as much as I can. And if I can't ultimately hold my guitar, I'm going to try and knock Ty out of the lead vocal position.
Are you feeling threatened, Ty, by this one?
Not at all. He's way better than me, so I think he should take center stage. I just can't play bass, so maybe I'll dance.
Well, listen, I want to say congratulations on the new album. It's coming out on Wednesday, June 30th. The title, Bean a Minute, of course, the title track, Bean a Minute. Let's talk about the album. Let's talk about some of the cuts on it, what you were kind of trying to get across with the album this time.
Yeah, well, we're super excited about it, coming out very shortly, and it's one of those albums that I think really encapsulates both that up-tempo positivity that we try to infuse into our music as the Hunter brothers, but the other side is that it definitely carries some sentiment as well. Just walking through the last year and a half, there's tracks like Hard Dirt and Just Wanted You to Know, and some with some deep levels of sentiment and that are very reflective as well. So I think we tried to bring all of that together to make one cohesive package and present it. So we're excited.
Well, let's talk about the producer, because his name is one that a lot of country fans will recognize, Hunter Hayes. How did that come about? Is it a Hunter thing, or?
Yeah, well, we have a group chat that's called All the Hunters, so that legitimately is a thing. But yeah, I mean, working with Hunter was one of the coolest experiences we've had so far. He's a creative genius. His brain works on so many levels. It's firing on so many cylinders, and we're just truly admiring the work that he did on this project. It was also done with a number of producers. That was something that was actually really interesting about this. Is typically in the past we have run our albums through one or two producers, whereas this time we had about 6 different people working on it, and almost every vocal was cut in this studio here just because of not being able to travel and whatnot. And so being able to work with various creative minds was a very interesting and fun process, where we went, maybe this person would be best for this particular track, and just really making it a collaborative effort.
So this is what, album number 3 for you guys now?
Yes.
Do you ever sit back and wonder, how did we get here?
Yes, all the time. Is that a song title? Yeah. I said that in unison.
Of course, as your fans, we know how you got here, but I want to talk about the video for Bean a Minute, because it's fantastic. First off, tell us about the truck in the video.
Yeah, it's a neat truck. It's actually a buddy's of mine, Daniel, a good friend of mine, and his uncle built it from the ground up. It's called the Boot Hill Express, and it's Uncle Jerry's prized possession. He built by hand. He built every part on that truck from the ground up, and so it's very special for their family. I know there's no shoes allowed in the truck. It has parking in it and everything, and they're very proud of that. And it was an honor to be able to have it in the video. So.
And you were asking people to what their favorite part of the video was. I think because you guys seem like you were having just a blast with it. I think my favorite part was where y'all were taking the little pit stop on the side of the road, and then one of your course hops in the truck and takes off and leaves the other four behind.
Yeah. But they wouldn't let me in the truck in the first place. They kept pulling away the first time I wandered in, so I had to get them back.
Is this stuff that happens with you guys a lot, or what? I mean, with being five brothers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, everything. We used to. One of my favorite times when we were away playing hockey was coming back and then around the supper table, the dinner table, just talking and bantering, giving it to each other. And yeah, we're each other's best friends, and there's been a lot of teasing that goes on, and we love to give each other a hard time too. And so that definitely is true to real life. I think over the years at harvest time over the radios, I think that's one of the times that we love to give it to each other too. And so that's always been part of life for us.
All right, so let's talk about live music, because you guys actually have some live shows booked.
Yes, let's talk about that for the next 3 hours, please.
Absolutely. Okay, so tell us where are you playing? When is this starting back up again? How are you feeling about it? So
yeah, we're so our first show is on the schedule, July 11th. We're going to be playing the Stampede in Calgary, and then we're playing in Medicine Hat at the end of July, and then we're going to be doing some dates in Saskatchewan in August. So things are just kind of starting to trickle in now, and it's very exciting to see that we're actually going to be putting a little X on the calendar.
are you guys nervous about getting back up on stage again? A little apprehensive at all, or?
Oh, let me out right now. Let's go.
What have you missed most about performing in front of a live crowd?
It's the energy in the room. Like there's nothing quite like that. To equate it to farming, we've said this lots of times. It's like the live show is your harvest season. And so it's that moment when everything comes full circle, where people have been listening to your songs, you've created music, and all the magic just gets to happen in one room together. And I don't know, there's not a lot of experiences that really compare to that level of energy, and we're just, I don't know, super excited to experience that again. And some songs that we've released but never been able to play yet. So I think that first show back is just going to be something that will be very memorable in years to come.
All right, so which song is it that you're looking forward to playing the most?
Oh, we were just having this conversation. I think there's a couple.
Yeah, probably Hard Dirt. Yeah, it would be for me.
That would be for me as well. But I know a lot of us are excited for Been a Minute as well. So it's
Been a Minute's more of a fun drumming song. So
yeah. It's true, actually.
Well, that's right up your alley, right? All right, so let's wrap up here on a positive note with the pandemic. I mean, we hear so much negative stuff about it, but it really does feel like we're finally starting to round a corner with this. I mean, you guys are talking about doing live shows again, which we're giving away concert tickets this week to an actual live show in January. I mean, we are so excited. I mean, we're all so stoked about this, right? What is something that has come out of this pandemic that's been positive for you guys?
One thing that's been really neat, we mentioned that we recorded the vocals in the studio. I think we had a real focus on production, and we had a real hands-on approach. We always do with the albums, but it was something that we had no choice but to dig into it on a real level that of intentionality, where we were recording the vocals, where we were part of that. And I think that's something that going forward we're going to be able to come back to, and what we learned and what we
kind of forced us into it.
Yeah, forced us to do it. And exactly right, Dustin. So I think that that's something moving forward that's going to be a positive, that's going to keep coming out of it as a result of what's happened. And so I think that's something for me, and I'm the one on the computer a lot of times pushing the buttons at the when we're recording. And so I think that's something going forward that is going to be a positive that'll come out as a result.
Fantastic. Anything else, guys?
I think for probably every musician out there, as much fun as it is to perform and to get out there with your fans, and like Ty said, it's kind of the harvest season of any musical career. The challenging part is being away from your loved ones, and for us, obviously, family is a huge deal. And so that has been something where you've been in your own bed every night, and you can be there, tuck the little ones in, and that's been probably I would say that would be a big positive of something that we obviously hadn't been able to experience to that degree over the past half a dozen odd years. So I would say that was probably something that every time you say goodbye, it's always the toughest part of doing what we do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to chat with us today. Congratulations on the new album, Be in a Minute. It's coming out on Wednesday, and I am so excited to hear the rest of it because the cuts that I've heard so far are just phenomenal. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys. Your energy is amazing. You're so positive, and I love that I was given the opportunity to do this today.
Thank you so much.
That means a
Really
lot.
appreciate
Thanks for taking the time today.
And I am really looking forward to seeing you guys live soon in our area.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Thanks for joining us in the KX Country Clubhouse today, and be sure to visit the video page at kxcountry.fm to check out our other recent artist visits and stay up to date on the latest interviews by following at KX96 and at KX947 on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you next time in the KX Country Clubhouse.